Before I start the video, I just want to say, yes, I am aware that I'm wearing headphones on top of my hood. If you got a problem with it, you can come find me. All right, I like wearing my headphones on top of my hats. Obviously I don't do it when mixing, but I just do it because it's my thing. Okay, none of y'all can take that away from me. Anyways, what's up guys, your boy Tony Shen. I'm back with another stock plugin tutorial video. This is basically a series where I make beats only using FL Studio stock plugins or other free sounds that we can find. Basically the series is aimed towards beginners or people who just starting out and trying to get a feel of beat making and producing, because not everyone has $500 laying around from Omnisphere and all those other expensive plugins, so we all need a place to start. Today we're gonna make a Lil Yachty type beat, like a hard Lil Yachty type beat. Not like, it's not as happy, but it's more like energetic, hard type Lil Yachty beat. Now before I get started with the video, I just have a few really quick announcements. First is, if you're new to this channel and you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button or drop a like on this video or comment. You know, I hope by the end of this video I earn your trust with the content I give, but it really helps out the channel and I really appreciate all your support. Second announcement is October, I'm making it subscriber appreciation month. So basically I just want to, you know, give back to all the support you guys have been providing me with. So for this week, I just want to remind everyone that I have a free melody kit called Tony's Toy Box. It has some of my best sounds. Like I spent like days creating this. Has some crazy trippy and also drum sounds in it. So the download link is in the description. It's free for you guys, for all of my subscribers. So again, October, I'm making it subscriber appreciation month. Anyways, let's get started on this beat. First thing I want to do is pull up a piano. I'm gonna pull up Citrus. So we're gonna pull up the sound called Realistic. And it's in the keys section, or like the piano section. It's called Realistic. Right, so it's a cute little, not cute, it's kind of dark, but it's also got that energy to it, right? I'm gonna play a pattern similar to that. Now I know not everyone has a MIDI keyboard. You don't have to, right? Like I kind of just thought of the idea in my head and I played it on the keys, but you could totally do it on the piano roll. But just for the sake of demonstration, I kind of just want to record it into FL Studio because everyone knows how to draw in notes, right? So for those of you who do want to experiment with your keyboard, we're going to record it into the pattern. But first thing, we want to set the tempo to like around 150 something, like 154, 155-ish. Let's do 155 because I like the number 5. Now let's go here and then, you know, set this to bar, but yeah, I'm drawing an 8-bar loop just because I like doing 8-bar loops. And hit the record button. Notes and automation, and then also I want to turn on the metronome up so I get an idea of the timing. But the notes are really simple. I'm only just using like 4 notes for this melody. So okay, so I'm doing this type of pattern, and before I do anything, I just want to quantize the notes first so that they're on the grid. Otherwise the timing is going to sound all weird and stuff. So Command Q or Control Q if you're on Windows, and then also I want to set it to step so I can quantize it to, like, you know, a more accurate level. So again, Control Q again, and then hopefully everything's on time and we don't have to nudge notes. I already see a note that I need to nudge. Get back on grid, buddy. Okay, and then also we want to mess with the velocity a little bit because I feel like the expression isn't that human-y right now. It kind of sounds awkward with the expression. So just a few rule of thumbs. I learned this method from classical music to get a better idea of a flow, to obtain a better feeling and expression. You always want to emphasize the first note of every beat, and then the other notes just lead into the next beat. Your first beat, like, that's the most energy intensive, and everything goes back down and builds up to the first note. Velocity wise, we can achieve that effect, right? You want to have greater velocity on your first few notes and then turn it down for the next note and make it lead up to the next. So dun 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 dun. There. Now let's add a little bit more depth to this melody. So what we can do is copy this and then just add another layer of the same notes, which is down an octave. So what we can do is hold control, then just drag these notes. Oh, whoops. Hit control and drag these notes, and then hold shift and then just drag it out. And then now you have a copy of these notes, right? And then just control down key on your arrow. And then now you just copied it an octave down. So let's hear it. Now Citrus is pretty loud. If you look at the levels on the mixer, so we're gonna turn this down a little bit. Now let's get started on the drums. Okay. Now remember how I said this is subscriber appreciation month? So if you've seen all of my other videos, you know I only like to work with Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 1 just because that's the only free drum kit that I kind of give out. The other stuff, it's up for sale on my store. But Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 2 is actually free for a limited time in October. It's actually I made it part of my Tony's Toy Box Melody Kit, which is also free for you guys to get. So you guys now have exclusive access to Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 2, which gives me the ability to use a different drum kit for these stock plugin tutorials for the first time, and I'm super excited to use it. So I'm gonna use Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 2. I'm gonna use a clap. I'm gonna use the Herb clap. Normalize this, just make it a little louder. Okay. Next, the hi-hats. We're gonna use the chest hi-hat. Now with the hi-hats, I kind of want to try recording it in because I just feel like your natural groove, or like your first instinct at making some type of groove with your drums, is always going to be the most natural and most fluid sounding, right? Like you could click notes and then just, you know, fill 2 steps into this all day if you want, but it's not really like, it's going to get boring at one point and it's going to kind of like block your creativity for a bit if you just always do that. You could actually use your keyboard now, but if you just press the Q key, it actually registers to a C5 note, which is the same thing as if you just clicked it in here. It's the same note. So if you press Q, it registers the same note as that, right? So we're gonna just use the Q key, kind of like a mini drum pad on your keyboard. We're gonna record that in for our hi-hat pattern. So let's hit this button, notes and automation again, and let's open the metronome on just in case, right? Okay, so space. Okay, so now we have all these notes, and then once again, let's Control Q to quantize it on the grid, and then let's hear what we have. Next step is we could add some rolls just to spice things up a little bit. So let's change the grid to like 1/2 step, and then let's do a roll here. So to do a roll, all you have to do is extend to like the length you want the roll to be, highlight it, and then Control U, and then that articulates it to the grid. So add one more note here. Okay, now let's work on our 808, which is my favorite part. We use the Damn Daniel 808. And then same thing, I'm just gonna record it just to get an idea of the groove, right? So let's turn this on, notes and automation, and then hit the space to start recording. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Again, Control Q again to quantize it. And then now we want to do two things with the 808. First thing you want to do is tune it. So let's Control E to open this up, and then hit the flag button to select pitch region, and then it says C. So all you want to do to make sure your 808's in tune is go to this section and make sure that the note highlighted here is the same as the note that it says here. So if this said E2, you would just right click on E to set it to E, right? So since it says C, we're just gonna leave it at C. Second thing you want to do is open up your envelope so that the notes don't leak. So you just want to do this pattern so that when you press the note, it doesn't leak into the next note. Like if I didn't have it, it'll sound all muddy. So this just ensures that your note doesn't leak into the next, right? So with that, let's go here. And then the next step you want to do is just extend all the notes. Control L, and that links all your notes to the next, right? Making it a lot easier, and then you can do this last note yourself. Now finding the right notes for your 808 is actually pretty simple, because all you have to do is follow the same notes that you have here, and everything will be perfectly in tune and in key. So just follow the melody. Oops. Oh no, my timing is off. Oh my god, I need to work on my rhythm, guys. Now that we have our 808, let's see, we could add a little rim, right? And then we'll just add them to like add some swing. What I like to do with rims and like other percussion is to fill up the spaces that aren't really covered with your snares and your 808, just to fill up some space and give it a little extra layer of groove. Oh, there you go. Up next, let's add like a kick. I'm gonna add the Craig kick. And I kind of just want to follow the 808s. Last step, you want to add a flute. Lil Yachty beats always go hard with a flute. From Citrus again. I'm pretty sure they have some decent woodwind sounds that we could use to make a fire beat with. So, hot air flute. No. 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 That works. Let's just draw it in, shall we? Let's just draw it in. Da 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 da. Da da da. Dun, 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 dun. Now let's just give it a quick mix. All you have to do is double click this to select all of the channels, all of your sounds, and then go here to the first mixer channel and then Control Shift L. Ooh, and now all of your sounds are linked to the mixer. And first thing I want to do is turn down the melody here because it's just way too damn loud. Turn this down too. Also, I want to EQ it just a little bit. I feel like the piano sound, like, there's not much stuff that we should add to it because I feel like it's good enough on its own. We just want to EQ some of the low ends out so it doesn't interfere with the bass, right? And then also I want to turn down some of the higher mids here because I don't want it to interfere with the flute either. And doing that also gives it a darker type of tone, right? Because we cut out some of the high ends. And here it's kind of like the light Lil Yachty balance, like the light, you know, happier with the flute, right? And then I want to turn the flute down a little bit because since the flute has a higher pitch, it's always going to sound louder. It's always going to stand out. So you don't need it to be that loud. And the rest of the sounds, we kind of just want to level a little bit. Like the drums are already mixed for you, so you don't have to like do anything to kind of mess with the texture unless you want to, but just turn the hi-hat down. It down a little bit. And that's the whole beat. All we have to do is arrange it. So just right click here, split by channel, so we have the individual sounds, the individual patterns by themselves, so it's a lot easier to arrange. Then just, you know, move each to each track like this. Yeah, let's arrange it. So start with the intro. And then I want the flute to only come in during the verse. And then copy that, and then maybe I don't want the kick here. I don't want the kick. I don't want the rim here either. Cut this out. Oh no, what did I do? Cut this out here. Oh, and then here we could do a note repeat. So step, use this little razor blade tool, cut this out, and then delete that, and just copy this. So dun 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 dun, like a note repeat. Ooh, I love me a good note repeat. And then also I wanted to take the bass out here maybe, right? And then add the bass back in this section along with the kick. Same thing, let's copy this. Here. And here it will be just the bass, no other drums, just the bass and the melody. That's the whole beat, guys. Just before we leave and I play the beat back for you guys, I just want to say If you're new to this channel, you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. And just a reminder for you to get Tony Shen Slap Hack Volume 1, which is in the link below, and also a free download link to Tony's Toy Box, which contains, again, a bunch of free melody loops for you guys to use. And as a bonus, there's Tony Shen Slap Hack Volume 2 within that download folder as well. So that's also for you guys. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm gonna play beat back for you guys.